Viva, viva, viva. Market update, market update. It's been a long, long time. Esse tempo todo estamos aqui numa onda de pesquisas, research, para ver se nós dávamos o que nós chamamos agora de Golden List. Adicionamos alguns projetos, nós vamos compartilhar, mas contudo, logo que receberem essa lista no grupo, têm que fazer os vossos próprios pesquisa e acredito que vão gostar, porque nós nos focamos em áreas mais com maior potencial, né? Vamos lá ver se dessa vez vamos estar todos a sorrir. Ok, so market update, vamos começar com Fear and Greed Index. Ontem, se notarem aqui, yesterday was 52. We were about to break even, but hoje estamos na Fear 39 is going down again. Let's see tomorrow. But we good. We'll I was expecting the market to really crash, really bad. Bitcoin to go down to 19,000. Unfortunately, I wouldn't say that, but o que saiu desse chaos todo da guerra na Rússia e na Ucrânia é que o mercado da cripto teve uma resposta que muitos analistas, muita gente, acredito que muita gente não estava à espera da reação que o mercado teve, em vez de cair mais, porque começamos o ano na onda do bear market, e logo que a guerra começou, nós começamos a pump. Isso prova muita coisa, meus caros, muita coisa. Esse mercado está aqui para ficar. All right, so let's go and check out one of our best indicator. Where we are, como vocês sabem, we use the blockchaincenter.net. Anyone can use it, it's free. Right now, it says we're still cheap. We're still cheap, estamos a falar na Bitcoin, né? Agora, o que mais nos interessa é ver aonde nós estamos, vamos lá ver. If we are on Bitcoin season or altcoin season. So, on the last 90 days, let's put it right here. Yeah, como vocês estão vendo, the last 90 days, né, a maioria da liquidez está aí para Bitcoin. Mas, meus caros, this is the biggest opportunity that we can have. So, since majority of the liquidity is going to Bitcoin, which means the altcoins like Ethereum, Solana, AVAX, Game, NFTs, the good project, they're going down. Those coins besides Bitcoin are going down. So this is the best time for you guys to do a research, find out those great project with great community, above 100,000 followers on Twitter. Check out the Discord, see how active they are. Those let you know right now, the altcoins that's gonna pump when we start going up, it's gonna be those coins that have the biggest community. And how do you find the biggest community? Go and check out the Twitter page. See how many Twitter followers they have, see how much the engagement, so that way those followers are actually real. You have to see how they engage or whatever they post. And then also go to Discord. Discord is one of the tools most of the crypto companies they use and the community use a lot. So go and check it out, see what they're talking about. See, check out the roadmap, check out the team. As always, you gotta know where you invest. And for myself, speak for myself, I like to go deep and deep dive on the team before before looking at anything else. But this is a great opportunity, guys. I don't know if we're gonna come all the way down to like right here on August 27th. We might, but if we get to that, which means we probably get a big dump coming, probably the last dump before we get a pump, very hard pump. So we'll see. All right. Okay, let's look at the trading view. Let's go and check out the numbers. Let's see Bitcoin. What's going on with Armada? Okay. Uh, what I'm going to do right now. Let's use first. Let's see something here. Let me show you guys something here. Let's check out the weekly trade time frame. I mean, okay. Let's see what's going on in the weekly. As you can see, on the weekly time frame, we haven't tested the support line here that I put it, which is, if you look at it, there's gray bar here at the bottom. We haven't tested it yet. We haven't come down here to test it yet. We came a little bit. We just tested the age, which was on the 24th of January. We haven't actually come and retested again. We might not, because as you know, a lot of banks are failing. There's lots of banks outside of the United States, Canada, especially Canada. They're just going down. You won't hear that, but if you're interested, I can do another video on deep dive on that. There's a lot of banks are actually closing right now. So there's something bigger than this dump that we have since this December. Yeah, there's something really big in terms of the market is going to correct. I don't know how far we're going to go down, but we might get a pump before that dump, or it might go the other way. Okay, but that's the thing we'll a weekly time frame we should be looking at. Should be seeing Bitcoin either coming back to retest the support before we can expect see a pump. But right now, as you can see, Bitcoin tested it on the actually it was on the 17th, no 24th of January, and then did a pullback, but it never came down to retest it. And then we have this massive green candle here that put us back in the game. So right now we haven't closed. This big candle right here is will be closed in 3 days. If we can close above the EA, we'll look, what is this? This is EMA 10. Let's put at 50. Just check. Let's put 50 here. Yeah. So if we're looking at EMA 50 EMA, we actually under. So, but if we close above, this is a really bullish signal. Right now we're still under. I don't know if you can see it, what I'm seeing. Let me see if I can. Yeah, I hopefully you can see it now. Exactly, right here. If you can see here, we're still down. We're still under the EMA 50, which is right there. Okay. All right. So weekly, we're about to break. Hopefully we break through. If we break through, is excellent. It's very bullish for us. I'll tell you guys. Now let's look at a daily time frame. Let's look at our daily time frame. Let me see here. Give me 2 seconds. Let's do it quick. It's too many inf. All right, cool. So I wanted to show you guys this. There was okay. So before the uh the last market update, we look at this downtrend that Bitcoin was forming here. If you remember, right here, right here, and then we had this breakthrough. Bitcoin actually broke through through here, so we got rejected before we can hit 45. And then I showed you guys, and I told you guys that there was we're forming an inverse heads and shoulders, which was right there, right there. And then normally I showed you guys the Elliott wave, which when we have this type of heads and shoulders, normally we go there, right? So, but and then I remember the other video as well. I showed you guys there was another inverse heads and shoulders that was forming right over here, right there. And normally this inverse, it goes like that. I don't know if it's gonna come and retest it right here, and then it goes like this, and then that. My drawing is horrible, but it's. I guess you get the point. Yeah. So right now we forming another heads and shoulders, and it's inverse. I'm not gonna go back to the Elliott wave. You guys can check it out. Just go to Google, and I showed you guys here. You can see here there's a heads inverse heads and shoulders forming. The heads is right here at the bottom. At the top, you can see the shoulders being formed right here and right here. So you can use that to do your research. But at the same time, if you look at it, we actually were forming a downtrend, but we broke through on the 28th of February. We broke through. Right now, we might be doing this, consolidating before we go up. All right, cool. Awesome. Awesome. I want to show you guys one thing here that I found out today. I wasn't even paying attention to that. It's actually very interesting. Very simple ways for you guys to add. Before that, let's use a EM ribbon to see how bullish or what we are in terms of Bitcoin. Okay, if you look at it, if we look right close there, we can see that if you remember, as I explained to you guys how this indicator works, when the yellow line is above, which means we're bullish, we're going to uptrend. If the red line is above, which means we're going downtrend, we're bearish. Right now, if you look at it, we actually about to flip. You know, look at that. This look real good. We're about to flip. I don't know. It might take weeks, month, but we're about to flip. Like if you look at it, if you look right here, and we can compare it to right over here. You see that? And then we might get to this, and then we flip, and we're good to go. All right. EM ribbon has been very, very accurate in the last couple of years. I use so if you're doing your own research, great indicator to use right here. Okay, let's take that out. I'm gonna show you something that I've been testing myself. I've been testing two EMAs just okay. Okay. I've been testing the 20 MA. You guys can check it out yourself. The 20 and the 10th. What I find out, very interesting thing that we're gonna see here, guys. Just 1 second here. Okay, let's do it quick. Yeah, very, very interesting. Okay, let's switch to let's put a yellowish yellow. Let's put a little bigger. All right, cool. Awesome, 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 awesome. Okay, guys, what I noticed here, I've been testing this for some time now. I wanted to find out if we can, instead of having these fancy indicators, if we can actually do something very simple to indicate when we're going up, when we're going down. If you guys noted one thing that actually I noticed, I've been, I went back a couple of years, a couple of months as well. Every time the EM 20 and 10 cross, if the 10s cross, it goes down, and the 20 is above, we're going down. That's what you see right here. You see right there? They cross, the 10 went down and the 20 stayed above, and then we went down. And right here, the same thing, it happened. You see, it crossed the 10 went up and 20 went down, and we went up a little bit, and then we crossed it again down, and if you see, we just went down, and then look at that. It crossed right here again. The 20 went down, the 10 went up, and then we had this massive pump. And then what happened? We crossed it again, and then we went down. Right here, we crossed it again. What happened? We had this massive pump that it took us right over here. And what happens here? He crossed, and then we went all the way down. I don't know if you guys seen this. If we can follow this indicator, if you can put it, this indicator right here, you can actually make money if you're a trader, or even if you're spot trading. You know what I mean? So this is a very simple way to use this to EMA to be your indicator. But if you can see, it's very accurate. Every time it crosses, you can see there's a big, it crossed it again, it was a big dump. You could make a lot of money if we could actually, let's see right here. Let's go in the price range. Right here, when it crosses right over here. Talking about 33%. It's awesome. And then if you look here, it was about to cross, but he didn't. He just kept going down. If we were to hold, if we were to take profit here, and then, for those trade, we have here an opportunity of a pullback opportunity that you can trade. Awesome. I checked this indicator. I'm gonna call it indicator. This too, and they very, very accurate. What you see right here is a cross. This is the pump that we had a couple weeks ago. And what happened? It crossed the pump, and then what happened on February 17th? He crossed, and then we went down. And look at this. What's going on right now? Let's just let's pull. Yeah, on a daily time frame, if you look at it, we just had a pump on let's see here. Let me just pull this up a little bit and take this line out. Yeah, we had a pump on the 28th of February. If you look at it, they crossed. They just crossed right here. You see what I mean? If you would just follow this indicator here, as soon as they cross, you could put a long position here, and then you could get this pump all the way up to 45. And then right now, if you can see on a daily time frame, we actually, we've been pulling back. It is, I don't know if it's gonna come in retest right here, the 39. I don't know how far this pullback will go. It could go all the way to we'll talk 42, 41, 42, and they just pump all the way to 46, 46, 49. But there's a lot of selling pressure on 45. Every time he hits 45, he just gets a dump. Really, we tested right here. If you look at, there's a lot of pressure on the 45. We tested right here. He got dumped right over here. Same thing. Right here, same thing. And last one was right here. It was a couple of days ago or a day ago, and it got dumped. So there's a lot of selling pressure 45. If we break 45, we might see a jump to 50 or 48. That's my prediction. Don't quote me on that. Okay, awesome. I guess we're good for Bitcoin. Now let's check out the altcoins. See how altcoins are doing in terms of accumulating and opportunity. Let me see right here what the liquidity is taking. The just let me see. Let us do a little quick so this video won't be too long. Okay, as you can see here, we've been forming an uptrend in triangle. Uptrend, if you can see it here, eventually we're gonna have a breakout. So you don't want to invest on a break. If you're a trader, you want to invest right here when it breaks out, or when breaks out, he's always gonna come and retest it and then just go up. You can trade on the pullback as well. If you want me to show you that, it's right here. We had a breakout right here. What happens? He came back right here to retest it. He retested, but he went further down. But if you can see it, he pumped right out, pumped it. But at the same time, it got rejected and went down. But you can see it, but he came back and retested. If you look at it, the retest, he actually retested a couple of times. Let me just, I didn't even notice that. Let me just show you guys here. Right here, this is the level. He came and retested right here. 1, 2, and you could trade those two pullbacks there. So right now, as you can see, all coins actually on a downtrend, on a short term. But in the long term, you're actually forming a triangle uptrend right here. So I wouldn't be too concerned. Just be patient. Use this time to do your research and invest in the best project that you can find. Look at the best communities. Check out the communities. Big communities, they're gonna really pump first. Okay, let's look at a dollar. Let's take a look at dollar, see what's going on, because some of the oil producing countries, they're very happy right now, but they don't know the the state is gonna put an end to this. They're probably gonna tell the oil companies to stop producing more, to produce more so they can regulate the price. They can get the price to go down. You know how it is, right? Okay, so if you look at it, a dollar right now, we can use that. We had a lower lows. Hold on, let me just take that out. Yeah, we had a. If we start from here, we form a lower lows, lower high, another lower lows, and we having a pullback right here. Um, looking at that, I can tell you right now that the dollar is forming a downtrend. I know that might be confusing to see it, but hold on. Let me put it. Let me take this out so you guys can see what I'm seeing. It's not something complex. Yeah, right here. I think this is better. Yeah. If you look at it, we can draw a trend line right here. Yeah, right over here. Okay. This is a trend line. Every time the dollar is up here is which means it's the top of the market. But if you look at it, it went down on the 13th, and we can see here that the dollar, well, the dollar is actually forming a down. Hold on. Yeah, see, the dollar is forming a downtrend. It's actually going down. Downtrend right here. But guys, we might see a breakout for dollar, right? Maybe on the mid of March or even March, April, we might see a comeback to retest this trend line right here, about a dollar. But right now it's going down, bro. Right now, guys, it's going down. Have some huge candle, daily candle right here for the dollar, but it's actually forming a downtrend. Okay, good. So now let's look at S&P, the stock market. I want to just take a quick look so you guys can see what's going on down there, because there's something happening in the stock market. You guys have to really take a look. You see how similar it is with the dollar, with the well with the chart, the dollar chart. Do you see it? How correlated they are. The stock market is going down. The dollar is forming the same thing. Same thing is happening here in the stock market. But if you see it, it's about to break through. If you see it, we have one big candle. We have a big red candle right here. Let me just take this out, and we can do this. Yeah, you see it, it is very easy to look at it. Okay, he made a lower lows, lower high, lower lows. Same thing as the dollar, guys. You know, could we say it's forming a head inverse heads and shoulders right here? We could say that's the shoulders right here. We can say this is the head, which means if you look at it, you guys can do this. You guys can do the research, use this. You can use the Elliott wave. If I remember correct, there's one that says the ABC, which means we can see that that, and then that. Yeah, I believe he's gonna come and retest this trend line right here. So very good, very good. Let's see the volatility of the market, overall market. And you can see it, the volatility is very, very high. It's going up in the last few, since January the 24th, we made a higher highs, low lows, and then you can say, yeah, low high. And then he never broke through the higher highs that made it on the 24th. But you can see very concerning here. There's a huge, huge candle, daily candles here. Yesterday, 2 days ago, we had a really big green candle here. So volatility is very high right now. Right now it's not that high, but it's still high, compared to the other days. Look, for instance, we look in October of last year. It wasn't that high. Even if we don't need to go that. If you look at November, you can see volatility wasn't that high. It started on December. As you can see, December and up to now, it's been we have the highest volatility. You guys, volatility is very, very good for investors. You want to invest on when the market is in a high volatility, because that's when you get the best opportunities, right? That's when you find those gems, and they are very on a discount price. All right, guys, for the market update charts and the graph, this is it. I'm not going to take a look anything else. I give you guys those two indicators that you guys can use as well. The EMA 20, which is the exponential moving average, the 20 and the 10. If you can put those two together, if you look at it, it's very, very accurate. You can see it right here when you cross. When he crossed, it went down. When it went down, when it crossed, it went up. When it crossed the 10th, when 10th is up and the 20 is down, we're going up. When the 10 EMA is down, when the 20 is up, we're going down. And when the 10 is up and the 20 is down, we're going down. Oh, I hope I didn't confuse you guys. All right, guys, let's move to some news. I wanted to share something that I've been reading this past few weeks. Okay, so expert react to crypto price volatility and Russian invasion of Ukraine is what investors should know. Yeah, you guys can read. It's very, very well put it research. You guys take a look. As you know, Russian invasion of Ukraine last week has brought even more volatility to the crypto market, expert said. But it did brought more, but you can see the react of the market. They expected the market to go way down to 20,000 BTC to 20,000. It never happened. What we had was that we had a huge pump. We came from 39 to 44, and then we hit 45, even almost hitting 46, which is it was an extreme pump that we had for for the start of the war. So which is good, which says that the crypto market might be a hedge against the wars, I guess, inflation as well. Okay, crypto market affected due to Russia and Ukraine crisis. Price of Bitcoin, Shiba Inu fall. I don't really care about Shiba Inu. As Russia launched a special military operation against Ukraine, the crypto market plunged down. Price of Bitcoin fell 8.2% in the last 24 hours. Ethereum was down 13.28%. Not too chubby, guys, not too chubby. Okay, in the world's first crypto war, uncertainty about who will benefit. Both Ukraine and Russia have embraced cryptocurrency, but is a wartime utility is unclear. Okay, guys, this is a very interesting article. Suggest you guys to read it because this actually shows the benefits that the crypto brought to this war. You know, it's very interesting. Very, very, very interesting, guys. Just to do some reading there, I guess. Okay, the other one is that crypto and blockchain are being used in unprecedented ways in Russian and Ukraine war. And you see, very, very interesting what's going on. Is the first time the blockchain, the crypto market is being part of, this event, this war that's going on right now, and the reaction is very, a lot of people were expecting the crypto market just to dump, extremely dump, but well, it's not happening. But don't the only thing you gotta know is that the markets is a very high volatility. I showed you guys the volatility is very high. So today we might be up, tomorrow we might be we might be down. Okay. All right. Now let's look at IMF. So there's the no IMF is the FMI. All right. IMF chief talks advantage of CBDC over the backed crypto assets and stablecoins. I wanted to show you guys this because I noticed one trend that might be coming, and if you position yourself right now, I think you make a huge gain. So I showed you what I'm actually looking in terms of the trend coming. Christina Georgieva, I guess, said on Wednesday that well-designed CBDC can potentially offer more resilience, more safety, greater availability, and lower cost than private cryptocurrency. Right now, she's saying that cryptocurrency is just trash, and their CBDC, the ones they're building will be better, way better. Okay, I'm not gonna read the whole articles. You guys know what I'm gonna post it on below the video. All right. She also said, can CBDC be useful? Here's what IMF chief thinks. Kristalina Georgieva said that there is no one size fit all model for CBDC, as there is no universal case for them because each economy is different. And if you notice here, she's talking about a summit on the financial of African economics in Paris, 18 May 2021. That was last year. It's interesting that she went to say that on the summit for the African Economics Summit. And interesting is in Paris instead of being an African country. Okay. There's another article they actually published on January 25th, 2022. It's very concerning what they write about CBDC, what's going on in the world. For those that are very interested and know what IMF is doing, check it out. They use El Salvador as an example. They want El Salvador to convert back to use the dollar or other currency as a reserve currency. They don't want Bitcoin because El Salvador reserve currency is Bitcoin, as you guys know, right? All right, so here's another article that I found. There's something very, very cynical being made here on a FME. Here is the National Monetary Fund Statistical Department. Treatment of crypto assets in economical status. So I'm just gonna show you guys the timetable here. They're talking about the Accounting Standard Board of Japan, Australia, Accounting Standard Bank. So Bitcoin-like crypto asset. This is a very interesting that you gotta read. the very part that you got to read, that and the Dow. And see, this is what I want you guys to know. I told you guys the beginning of the year or December, a couple of trends that are going to come. One of the trends that I told you guys was Dows. And here's for you guys to know, FME is actually researching. It's interesting how FME actually taking interest in on the DAOs, the centralized autonomous organization. So this is a two-part that you guys really want to read and find out what this guy's thinking about DAOs and Bitcoin-like crypto asset, because those are the guys that control the world, especially the financial world. So take a look what they're planning, you know, be informed. There's another one here, another article from the Crystalina. The future of money, gear up for the central bank digital currency. Check it out. There's some good stuff here that she's talking about, but it's more like for you guys to be aware of what's going on. Okay. There's a list of members the part of membership for the FME. If you, a lot of people need to know that FME has a membership. You can be part of it. Here it is, membership of FME. Let's see if Angola is here. Canada is here. Ethiopia, Norway, United States, United Kingdom. Cuba, interesting, Cuba is here. Saudi Arabia, Ghana, Portugal, for those Portuguese here. See, you know, Portuguese right over there. Yeah. Kenya. Yeah, right here, Angola. Angola got the membership on September 19, 1989. All right, very stupid. Okay, last thing I want to share with you guys is this video. That is, you guys gotta listen very closely. This is very concerning, guys. This is after that. I'll tell you guys what trend I'm actually looking at it. Okay, this is a guy. His name is Agustin Cartenes, which is the BIS general manager. For those that doesn't know what a BIS means, it means Bank for International Settlement. Yeah, let's just do a research on that so you guys can actually understand what the hell is that. A lot of people never heard of it. Some people never heard of FME, but because they be doing some shitty stuff, and then people start knowing who FME is. So, but there's another member of FME, which is the BIS, which is the Bank for International Settlement. If you know, headquarters is in Switzerland. General manager is the guy that I just said, Agustin Cartenes. It was founded on May 17th, 1930. The main organ of board of directors. So it's a bunch of guys that think they control the world, and you know, International Association of Deposit Insurers. So right here, okay. Okay, I want you guys to listen very close what this guy's actually saying. Okay, so you guys, if you don't understand what he's saying, just look at the captions here, okay? All right, let's do this. Let me just go back here.
Analysis on CBDC, in particular for the use of general use, we tend to establish the equivalence with cash, and there is a huge difference there. For example, in cash, we don't know, for example, who's using a $100 bill today. We don't know who is using a 1,000 peso bill today. A key difference with the CBDC.
Guys, did you hear that? He said they don't know who used the $10, the $100, the pesos, all that stuff. In simple word, what he's saying, they want to control everything that you do. If you buy candy, in Angola, if you buy candy in Canada, they want to know that you bought candy at what time, where, and they can control that if you're allowed to buy candy or not. This is crazy, guys. This is very, very scary.
Is that central bank will have absolute control on the rules and regulation.
Did you hear that? They're gonna have absolute control. And he's talking about regulation and rules. Forget it, bro. In simple word, what this guy is saying, they're gonna have absolute control everything that you do, everything in terms of your financial life. All right, let's do it.
That will determine the use of that expression of central bank liability. And also we will have the technology to enforce that. Those two issues are extremely important, and that makes a huge difference with respect to what cash is.
Guys, did you hear that? I hope you did. I hope you did, because you know what he just said, right? You say they're gonna have the technology to enforce to enforce that, to enforce the control, so you can use their CBDC. They have the technology to enforce it. Guys, this is very scary. At the end of the day, you just gotta position yourself to not to get surprised with the stuff happening around the world, because with this war, it's just another way for them to implement this very fast. Things are changing very fast, guys. Don't sleep on it. I see in the group is very quiet. People don't ask questions. They're very quiet. Things are changing very quickly, guys. You guys gonna get surprised. And then some of you will get left behind. So remember, guys, some stuff's are coming. Gonna be very scary, very, very, because this is crazy. Okay, as soon as I hear this, total control, you know what's gonna pump is privacy coins. Privacy coins is gonna be very, very, very interesting right here. If you look at privacy coin, you know what I mean by privacy coin? There's some layer ones, blockchain that are privacy. Like right here, number 105 with the secret. Secret is a layer one, is a competition for Ethereum, but the whole blockchain is private. Your transactions are private instead of being open on a blockchain as the other ones. So take a look, guys. This is, I believe, this is the next trend. Soon as the CBDCs are coming, this is going to be the next thing. People are going to realize these guys are going to control the whole thing. They're going to flood it to this type of project, because this type of project, they're going to give you some sort of a block from this type of implementation on a financial world. So yeah, guys, here's some great projects I can see of it. There's some old schools here. There's new schools. So yeah, take a look, guys. Position yourself now. Do some more research. I might be wrong, but do your research. Because I'm doing mine. All right, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, share as many people as you can, so they can get the same information. They can position them so that way people won't get surprised for what's coming, because things are moving very fast. Things are happening. The things that are going to be put in place in terms of our financial world, it's going to be very scary at the beginning. But if you can position yourself and be prepared, I think we'll all be going to do well. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next market update. All right.